All right,
Let's
what's
do
up,
this.
Bobbie Lane? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been looking forward to this episode, and we're going to have so much fun. If you guys don't know Bobbie Lane, you're going to get to know her on this episode, and she's fantastic, and she is a winner. Very competitive.
Very competitive, yes.
But wins. I like people that are competitive and win.
Yeah, I like that too.
I think everyone out there watching likes to only watch the winners. Yeah. Listen, I thought about this on the way over. Welcome to the Mortgage Punk Show, everyone, by the way. We're rolling out the next several episodes here, so thanks for tuning in to listen to the stories of these amazing producing real estate agents.
Okay, so you're like a pro at this. You got to tell me, where am I looking? Where do I put my hands? Am I looking at you? Am I looking at the camera? What are we doing?
Look at me.
Okay. Well, I might just peek over at the camera and then back at you.
Yeah.
You look like a pro.
The only thing I'm doing is when I look at the camera, I'm thinking of if there was an audience sitting out there.
Love it.
I would look at you and then maybe
you're a pro,
glance at them. I don't know about that. I'm learning from you, Bobbie. You're the pro. So here's what I thought about you. I think that I need to title this episode Serious Business.
I like that.
So I just got done teaching a real estate class. These are all brand new real estate agents.
Okay.
I went and I fill in every once in a while for one of my team members who's out of the country right now.
Okay.
And she does an education class for new realtors getting their license, and they've got to, you know how it goes. So you got to put in your hours, and you got to take classes. And so anyhow, long story short, they had posted up on a whiteboard all these questions. These are brand new realtors.
Okay.
Like brand new. They don't know anything, Bobbie, at all.
Okay.
Like other than the textbook in front of them.
Yeah, which the class taught you literally nothing about real estate, actual real estate. So.
Well, and maybe there was one person in there that had dipped their toe a little bit. I think has a spouse that's a licensed agent, I believe. But anyhow, mostly brand new agents. So they put up all these questions on the whiteboard, and their last question on the whiteboard was, Chris, what's one thing you would tell me to do as a brand new realtor or real estate agent?
Okay.
And my first response to that question was, you need to understand that you're going into business for yourself. Mm-hmm. Like you're a solopreneur. And you need to think of it that way.
Yep.
If you want to be successful at it anyway. So I was driving over here to shoot the podcast with you, and I was like, that would be a perfect hook or lead in to our show.
Yeah.
Is serious business, because that's what you do. And you've been doing nothing but improving on that. Mm-hmm. Serious business. So
I love it.
So when I say to these new realtors, you need to understand that you're starting a business.
Yep.
And when I tell you that I think the name of your episode should be Serious Business, what is that trigger?
I mean, when I think of me as a new agent, when you're a new agent and you've never ran a business before, like being a real estate agent, your sales, your marketing, your admin, it's literally everything.
Yeah.
And most of us don't know how to do that. That takes time to learn. I just think back to, what if I understood the value of every contact that I had? For the beginning of my career, I didn't even have a CRM. Some of these new agents might be like, what is a CRM? There's some seasoned agents today that don't even have a CRM that manages their sphere of who they know, like, and trust, their phone number, their addresses, their kids' birthdays, their anniversaries. That stuff is a gold mine.
Right.
But so many of us, in the beginning, you don't know what you don't know. So starting out in the business, there's so many facets of running a real estate business that you have to kind of get to know. Yeah, you have to learn how to be an accountant. You have to learn how to be a marketer. You have to learn how to do sales. So there's so many pieces, and you just have to improve every single day, because you're not going to be an expert marketer in the beginning.
So do you think I gave them a good answer?
Yeah, that was a great answer.
So why do you think that only, and I don't know, I'm just guessing off the top of my head. You can tell me if you think I'm right about the stats on your side of the industry anyway, but why do you think probably less than 5% of realtors in the market run a business and everyone else kind of wanders aimlessly in the desert?
I think that in real estate, when you get your license, the question is, how do I get leads? That you will learn a little bit about contracts, but the hardest part of the business is getting the business, the sales side of it. And so many people don't ask for the business. They don't chase the business. It's all in conversations. The more conversations you have, the bigger your sales will be.
Right.
So like we do, since we're in the core, we do the greatness tracker. I can fill up that greatness tracker so quick with my face-to-faces and my breaking bread because all I do is talk to people all day long. Now that I've built out my team, I'm not stuck in the weeds of doing paperwork.
Right.
I'm literally just generating more relationships and more business.
So for those who are watching and have no idea what the core is and do not know what the greatness tracker is that you and I live and breathe every day. That is basically a tracker that tracks how many conversations we have each day and how many people we meet with in person each day. That creates opportunities to generate more business and expand and grow our sphere. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Because you're always trying to grow. The sphere of influence, I think, is the best, place to point realtors to. But what I told those new realtors this morning is you have to do things to expand your sphere. You start with your sphere.
Yep.
You got to grow, If you want a big business, then you got to grow your sphere.
You got to know a lot of people.
A whole bunch of people.
Yeah. You got to know a lot of people.
So, so you think I gave him a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
So
good job, Chris.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But anyhow, and by the way, Bobbie, how many phone conversations and in-person conversations does the greatness tracker, hold you to as a realtor?
75 phone calls a week is what I do. And then my goal is 15 face-to-face and then 5 breaking bread. So that's a little bit more than what we're required to do, but that's my goal every single week is I want 15 face-to-face conversations. That would even count at like a showing. So I am taking some showing appointments or some listing appointments, just building rapport. That can be with my VIP network. That could be with my grandma or my husband's grandma.
Or your lender.
Or my lender, which I see you every day. We talk business. Yesterday, we're powwowing. Right. We have a phone call come through. And so like even those conversations, it's like when you're talking business, you're asking for referrals, all of that stuff counts. But 75 phone calls every week.
Yep.
And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get better at those phone calls because the number of phone calls now are easy for me. It's how do how do we perfect them? How do we make them better?
Yeah. So you're having 95 conversations per week.
Yes.
To create opportunities to grow your sphere, expand it, and generate business from it.
Yep.
So a lot of realtors, I would say probably most, don't even track anything.
No.
Would you say that's true?
I would say probably none track like we do.
Well, not like we do. How many do you think track in with some semblance of like
it would be less than 1%,
I guess.
It'd be less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Yep.
So if you're watching this episode and you're a new real estate agent, I hope that this is helpful to you because you're right. You do. And I said it's funny that the answer you're giving on this episode is exactly what I told these new realtors.
We're around each other too much,
well, we
Chris.
are. And we're kind of in the same coaching program.
Right, yeah.
So it trickles down. But I did say to them, I said, you have to be like 5 different roles in a business.
Yep.
Like you have to be the chief financial officer and you got to run some spreadsheets maybe, or a profit and loss. I mean, it can be a simple profit and loss. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You got to be sales. You got to be the visionary. You got to do all these different roles.
Yep.
But I also said, take real estate off the table. If anyone goes into business, like what are some things they do? Like anyone who just starts a business.
Yeah. You are a business owner. And I think that's the mindset shift that real estate agents need to make is I am a business owner. I am starting a business from the ground up.
Right.
That takes grind. That takes a lot of work. That takes hours and hours. More work. Yes.
More work than a 9 to 5.
Oh, way more in the beginning.
Absolutely. Right. So I used Shark Tank as an example. And I said, just watch an episode of Shark Tank and listen to what these people have done to prepare themselves to come pitch, to these capital investors.
Yep.
And like they've done proformas, they've done 5-year projections. They know what they want their sales to be in the first year, in the first 5 years. They know if they want to sell the business off and if that's why they're creating it,
Yep.
That's a lot of work, a lot of research, and a lot of thinking through what do I need to have in place to be successful. And so here's my big question, I guess, to bring this conversation full circle. Why do you think that 1% do this and then 0.1 of 1% are the stallions at it, are the best of the best of the best?
I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier in regards to social media. I think it's the consistency. My business is the perfect example of consistent growth year over year. I never blew up. Like it was, my first 6 months in the business, I sold 1.7 million. The second year it was 3 million. And then it's just slowly grown, and it's every single day just working to get a little bit better. Some business owners, they jump in and they get wildly successful really fast. And then it's like, well, how do you keep up that consistency? Because sometimes it was sporadic. There wasn't even a lot of consistency. The business just came. Right. For me, it was just slow and consistent growth. And you have to be willing to do the work every day. You have to know what motivates you. You have to know why you're showing up every day. And once you really know those things, it makes the showing up easier, and to know what to do.
Right.
I mean, it really, my business this year will double, and it's because I hired a coach. Now I know it's simple things and simple small tweaks in my business, but now my business
make the world a difference.
Yeah. Now my business is growing way faster just because I'm focusing on the things that matter the most. And I'm not spending as much time in this week we got rid of all internet leads. We're not doing that anymore. Yeah. We are literally spending all of the time on our sphere, on the business owners that we know. It's all relational, which also makes the business more enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah. More enjoyable and more profitable.
Yep.
And I told these realtors this morning, Bobbie, I said, you're going to be tempted to take the easy bait of online leads.
Yep.
Because you can pay for them. You can get people in the door tomorrow. And I was trying to be careful to not say you can't build from that, but I made sure to give them a comparison.
Right.
Here's the sphere and relationship, results. Here's the online results. Which do you want to do? Do you want to chase or be chased?
Right. That's the difference.
Do you want half junk and sort through the stack, or really good quality stuff?
And I want people who are loyal to me and loyal to my team and our brand. And also that loyalty comes grace. We're people. We can make mistakes. When you're doing online leads, they have no buy-in to who you are because they don't know you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They could care less.
Yeah.
It's a very transactional.
Right.
So that's why I think that we should call your episode Serious Business, because only very few realtors run a serious business. Most of them don't. Why do you think that is? Why do you think so many come in and just have no clue
I think
or just don't even have that mindset? What do you think they're trying to accomplish, I guess? Or what do you think the expectation
don't want
is?
The business that I have. And
that's true too.
That's true. And I think that's okay. There's going to be some people that are that business is way too much. I don't want to do that. And kudos to you to know what you like and what you are after.
That's fine.
I don't really know. I mean, for me, I am as we talked about, I'm competitive. So I want to win. I want to be the best. And for me, it's always striving to be a little bit better.
Okay, so how about this question then? What would you say, or how would you explain the agents that do want to make really good money and want to be successful, and then you tell them, well, here's a very simple way to do that, and then they just don't?
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
What is it?
I was an athlete growing up, so I take direction really well. I mean, you think Rick tells us like you have to surrender. Like when you have a coach and your coach says
why don't most people do it?
I don't know, because I'm one that
does.
Is
it too hard?
It maybe. I think that some people always they want to push back. If I'm paying a coach, they know better than me. So maybe it's that they think their way is better. I don't know.
That would be a really good. I would love it if you're watching this episode. Drop us some feedback,
right?
In the wherever you're watching this online.
Because I will tell you,
give us some feedback.
My
I'd love to
coach
hear.
tells me to do something, I'm doing it.
I know, but you're you, and
so I don't know. I'm like, we need to find
you're
somebody.
You're a sprinter, and
yes,
you're driven, and and you'll do whatever it takes.
And I think too is time. Like I look at agents and they will be busy doing things in their business that doesn't necessarily grow their business.
Yeah,
they get stuck in the
work.
weeds.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I think sometimes it's time, and just I have to be very, very purposeful with my time. Everything to me is an appointment. Date nights, that's an appointment. Time with my kids, that's an appointment. Listings, that's an appointment. Doctor's appointments, that's an appointment. Everything in my life has a piece, and it is planned out strategically.
Scheduled.
And if you don't do that for your business and your home life, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get done. All of the things that you have to get done just won't happen.
Yeah, I'd love to really get some positive feedback on why that is. I often think about that because it's kind of like, it reminds me of really like getting in shape. You know, most people won't. It's very simple. Like what we do,
right,
is very basic.
Yep.
It's like Karate Kid, you know, and Mr. Miyagi, if you know that reference. I'm old.
I know it, Chris.
There's
I'm
some
only kind of old.
Newer ones out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kept up with the generations. But I'm telling you, what we do is very basic. And it's just like you said, we make these small tweaks, but it's mastering the basics. And when it comes to like fitness, for me, it's really simple. Like all the biggest changes in my life have come from two things. I eat right now and I exercise.
Right.
Consistently.
Right.
Like
that's
even when
key.
I feel like junkola and I drag
you don't want to do it.
butt into the gym and drag myself onto the treadmill.
And it's making the commitment to yourself. It's like once you make a commitment to yourself, you do it. It's no different than to your kids. If you make a commitment to your kids, do you keep it? Yes. You have to do the same thing to yourself.
But don't you think that you have to want something really bad to overcome the hardness
for sure.
of doing the boring, basic stuff consistently?
Yeah, you have to have the end goal always there. And you have to celebrate the small wins. Like with our purchase, like we just purchased the Anchor building, which is super excited. It's a huge milestone for our family. It's like
it's a big deal for you.
It's a big deal
in your career.
Right. And so we have to celebrate those things. Is owning a commercial building the end goal? No. But like that still has a place to be celebrated, and we still have to get excited about that. So I think it's that too, is having the end goal in mind, which I'm like, honestly, I don't even know what mine is at this point. It keeps changing. It keeps growing. So I'm like, I don't know what that is.
You saying
today.
the carrot's getting swapped out in the Bobbie Lane
they keep
lane?
Getting bigger. I'm like, I don't know what it is. People are, well, are you going to retire? I'm like, never. I mean, I could never stop working completely.
Then I was going to ask you, what is it that drives you?
For me,
what gets you over this is hard and most people don't do it because it is?
I mean, for me, it's like it's creating the generational wealth for my family. Like that's huge for us. Like I'm the first college graduate in my family. Yeah. Just being able to like give my kids a future that I would have never even imagined possible. Yeah. Like that's our goal, is like the legacy that we can leave behind for them. Like, why not?
That drives you every day.
And then our ceiling will be their floor. So it's like they can just keep growing.
Shoulders, basically.
They can just keep growing everything that we're building.
Bobbie, I know someone that you know as well, and we got to take a short little break here to highlight one of our Mortgage Punk Show sponsors, which is Michael Gaume at Glass Guru of Wichita. Me and Bobbie both know Michael very well. And so if you've got glass that you need repaired or replaced.
Broken glass
can be fixed without having to replace the whole window. at a very small fraction of the cost. So if you got window issues, call Michael. He's really good. He's an excellent professional. He runs a good business.
Yep.
I'm constantly trying to challenge him. Come on, Michael.
Yep.
Take it up another notch, man.
Yep.
But he's a serious professional. He's serious about running his business. They're very fast, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very fast.
Yep.
And me and Bobbie both know Michael personally. We would highly recommend Glass Guru of Wichita to anyone out there that's buying a new house, selling a house, and trying to get it ready, needing glass repair, window replacement, dog doors, and shower doors, I think, is kind of his whole menu.
Yeah.
So shout out to Michael. Michael, I appreciate you so much, brother. Thanks for sponsoring the show. And thanks for collaborating so much with Bobbie and I in business in general. So anyhow, all right. So your big why would be the generational wealth and just setting your boys up for success. That's what, like, if you get up and you feel like absolute crap and you're like, most people would check out today.
Yep.
But I don't care. I just do it anyway, every time.
And I don't like losing, Chris.
And so you don't like to lose.
It's that too. I'm like, I just want to be the best.
Which one's bigger?
Oh, the kids, for sure.
Okay, so kids win,
and then winning.
They're really close, though.
Really
I know they are
close.
for you. Maybe within millimeters.
Right, yeah. No, they're really close. So, but I will say the kids. I feel like that's the right answer.
That's awesome.
The kids.
I love it. I think any entrepreneur has some form of driven, competitive,
I think so,
athletic,
have to
athlete approach to what they do. That's so fun. All right, well, that serious business, I love it. What's the biggest thing or the biggest change you've made in the past year? Like, say maybe 24 over 25. I know coaching is a big change for you, but within that structure, like, what is something you've done to your business to take it from, like, fairly serious to, like, really, this is like the big leagues serious?
I mean,
like, from good
coaching,
to great.
Coaching is for sure the thing. I mean, but now it's my schedule of what my day looks like. Getting really granular with my team on processes, job descriptions, who does what. My role is appointments and networking. That's it. My only job is to bring in business, build relationships, and make sure my clients are taken care of. So that's all I do, and I do it really well. And that's my goal every single day. If I'm sitting at my office doing paperwork, I'm not in my role. I'm not doing Bobbie Lane's tasks.
You're doing one of your team members' jobs.
And so learning that and learning, like, I've got to get out of this and I have to have the right people in place and the right positions filled so I can do what I need to do to keep growing the business. That's how.
So what, if I understand what you're saying, you're telling me that time management, scheduling, or time blocking and scheduling, and team development,
that's the biggest shift in my team. I mean, you think I used to be an agent that had 18 licensed agents on my team. I ran it completely different. Now I have 6 staff that all have their role that they play in the business, and I am the lead agent. I am the negotiator. I'm the one that's doing.
You're the agent.
Yes. And they're working the business, and they are, I might go on a buyer appointment. Okay. And then now my buyer specialist is tagged in. I'm still in it, building the relationship with the client, but she's going to the appointments, prospecting for listings to match that buyer's criteria. It's just very specific roles where no one's doing the same thing. We're all doing different things, and we're doing the things that we're good at and what we enjoy.
Have you had to read Buy Back Your Time? Or has anyone mentioned that book to you?
I don't know if that's the one.
Buy Back Your Time?
No, I can't remember. We read one with John By when I first got into coaching. I can't remember what that one was, but I don't know that is one that I've read.
It's a really good book. What you're describing is what that book talks about, which is basically you're really good at one thing. And if you can pull together a team and lead a team who can take everything you do off your plate that Bobbie does not really truly need to do.
Right.
Then Bobbie gets to only do what only Bobbie can do.
Yep.
And that will cause any business to blow up.
Yep.
I think, and I think you're right. People get stuck in the weeds of not, they either don't have a team, they don't even know how to hire a team, even go about it.
Right.
So they just stay stuck in the weeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They can't get out. So no matter what I tell them, they're like, Chris, I would make more calls. I can't.
Right.
I'm underwater.
Right.
I'm too busy. But that's a really good book. I would highly recommend it for any entrepreneur, any business owner, and if you're new in real estate, new or seasoned in real estate, even just trying to take your business up, to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Read Buy Back Your Time. You got to get the stuff that other people can do off your plate, so that you can do what you do the best.
Yep.
And yeah, so I love that. So that's what you would say.
Oh, for sure.
Has been the leading cause.
Yep.
To bring positive change. And what's that done to your business numbers?
They're looking good.
How much? How much
good.
have they grown?
I have passed last year's sales already this year.
The annual sales of last year.
Sales,
this month, in month 8.
No.
Or I'm sorry, we're going into month 9. How many months into this year?
I think we were 7.
So 7 months.
6 or 7 months.
6 to 7 months in of this year, you surpassed last year's entire revenue.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you would point to this very thing.
Yes.
Get stuff off your plate.
Yeah. And I think it's also when you see holes in your business, fixing it. Filling the position so, one, your client satisfaction stays at the top.
Right.
I think a lot of people are afraid to hire because they want to hold on to more money but that's not the way to grow. I've learned you have to spend money to make money, and your client experience is the most important.
It is the most important. Talking about having a good client experience, one of the pieces to giving a client a good experience is when you list a home, to make sure that you help a seller, right, prepare their home so that it'll sell fast, right, and move quick.
Yep.
With as little friction as possible. So one of the biggest ways that realtors accomplish that goal is they bring a home inspector into the mix. So I have to put the spotlight on Jason Hancock from Pillar to Post. I don't know if you know Jason or not, but he's one of the sponsors of the Mortgage Punk Show. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Jason, who is a serious business owner, who's a rock star, who's amazing and does a very good job at home inspection. Makes it stress-free and gives you a really good rundown on what you're looking at when you're buying or selling a house. Call Jason Hancock at Pillar to Post. Tell him Mortgage Punk sent you. And Jason, thanks a lot, brother, for supporting the show. All right, so Bobbie, let's talk about teams for a minute, because you just told us that delegating your time and building a team are the number one things that have almost near double. I mean, you've seen what would that be? If you hit last year's revenue goals by month 7, that would be not doubling, but a 70%. A 70% increase in your business. That's huge.
Yep.
Like, that's enormous, Bobbie. Like, Amazon's hoping for 20 this year.
Yeah.
You got 70.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So I hope everyone's enjoying this and listening to what Bobbie's saying, because what she did to her business is a game changer. So I want to ask you this question. There's unless you can tell me of more, I think from what I know, there's 2 approaches really to teams. There's be a producing agent and have an operations staff, or be a manager and hire a bunch of realtors and manage the realtors.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the only effective way, if
you really have those are the 2 models.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of agents who have teams also produce. That's where I think they do it wrong. I think that if you're going to have a team of agents, you need to be an operations manager, and you are managing the business, and you are not in production.
Spend your time
and I'll
on
tell
the
you,
team.
I did that. I did it wrong. That's how I'm saying I know why that doesn't work, because I was there.
Both.
Yeah, you cannot successfully run a team to its highest potential and be a producing agent If you have agents within your team, I think that you need to you are the operations manager, and that is your focus of running the team, helping the agents grow, giving them the leads, helping them service the business. Or now what I'm doing, because I love production, I'm never giving up production. That's what fuels me. Yeah, I love it. Like that's the piece of the business that is like excites me. So for me, now it's running the operations below me. So I'm producing. I love the sales. I love the numbers aspect of it. And then my team is there to support that and help make sure that the business is serviced at a really high level.
And you're not the only one. I've known a handful of other agents whom you also know who had large realtor teams of real estate agents.
Yep.
Just to discover that I don't have time to do any production.
Right.
Because I'm spending all my time managing these realtors.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's a model, right? I mean, it's a model.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or if you love production, then you're not going to have time, like you're saying, to spend with both realtors, recruitment, and production.
Right.
I guess there's a delicate balance probably of that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of agents will start a team, which I was one of them. Somebody approached me and wanted to be on a team. So it was like, well, like, I guess I'll start a team. And it kind of snowballs from that rather than being purposeful of, okay, when you start a team, who is your first hire? Is it a buyer's agent? Because it should not be. Your first hire should not be a buyer's agent. It should be a transaction coordinator. In any model of a team, it never should be your first hire as a producing agent is a buyer's agent. But I will tell you, I see people, me being one of them, make that mistake time and time again.
Go for a buyer's agent.
Right. That
instead of a transaction coordinator.
Transaction coordinator.
You're going to need them to support all these other agents that come in the door,
or executive assistant that's going to help you run the operations. Those are your first hires. And then you look at building out the team.
A realtor team in the realtor team model.
In really both models.
In both models.
Yeah.
You would go for a transaction coordinator.
Yep.
And then someone to help you run the operation, essentially.
Right. Yep.
An executive assistant.
And when you're starting out, I think that what you have to be fully transparent with your staff with is these are your main roles. But anything else that I need you to do, I need your assistance with.
Okay, how do you do that, Bobbie? How do you...
I added just a little disclosure in my employment agreements.
Okay.
Here's your tasks. Here's your...
Do you keep it simple?
It's pretty simple.
Or do you have a long list?
It's a one-pager.
Here's your role. 1, 2, 3.
No, no. It's more detailed than that. It breaks it out, but it's also at the end of their employment agreement, I do put that disclosure of plus any other additional tasks that I may need. Right. Because when you're a small business, you don't want to be handcuffed by that. Of you're small. You have to be able to, if you're hosting an event and my role isn't events.
And you're shorthanded.
Well, then what do you do? No, you have a team. Your team pitches in every aspect of the business, but their main role is X.
So I met a new realtor recently who's going to really focus on building a realtor team model.
Okay.
So because you did that and now you've swung completely the other direction.
Tell them to call me. I will tell them all the things that I did wrong.
But let me ask you this. If they don't want to produce and they don't want to be in production and they do just want to manage an operation and a team of realtors and serve them and service them.
Yeah.
Can that be successful?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
It can be successful.
Absolutely.
Where you have a difference is when they try to do both together.
And especially if you're producing at a high level, how can you do both? That's two jobs.
Right. Can you hire someone? Can you be in production, have an operations staff, then hire someone to manage a team of agents?
You could.
Almost like two divisions in your own
business. Two
divisions.
divisions. Yeah. Because I've kind of thought about that. Honestly, I think that we do need more team structures in Wichita in our market of somebody who I've been there, done that. And I say, I don't want that model again. But if I were to do it, that's exactly what I would do. I would hire an operations person knowing I'm not getting out of production. They would have to be fairly seasoned, and they would have to know how to run a business and also have extensive real estate knowledge.
Almost in the picture.
Yes, exactly.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be successful. And I think Wichita needs that. I get messages weekly of agents looking for teams, and I have to send them away.
What's the main reason for that?
Because I think that it's wise as a new agent to join a team. There can be extensive knowledge with that, and you can grow your business way faster by having a team lead and kind of learning the structure and having the knowledge base for the business. Just jumping, it's hard to jump into the business and not have a mentor that's there for you every second of every day. That's really difficult because you're going to have questions all the time.
Right. So I got another question then for you. Do you think that do you think you can deliver a higher level of service with a team than what you can do by yourself when you're just starting out? Or do you think that you can deliver a high level of service consistently all the way through, and it's just a matter of managing your growth?
Well, I don't think that you could it depends on how many transactions you have going at a time. That would be the biggest factor of, I didn't have a team for, I think I was in the business for 6 years before I ever hired a team, but my production wasn't where it is today. So I could manage that and still offer a good level of service. Now, instead of one person working the file, I have 5 other eyes.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, yes, you can deliver a high level of service as an individual, but only up to so many transactions before your bandwidth is shot.
Right.
And then you can no longer, and your service will start suffering.
Well, and I will tell you the day, I remember the specific day that I'm like, okay, I have to hire somebody. It was in like late at night, and it dawned on me at probably like 10 o'clock at night that I had to send out a repair request that was due the next day. And I immediately, it's because I was too busy. Yeah. So from that moment, I hired somebody, and I've never looked back, because if I would have messed that up, for one, they would have lost total confidence in me as an agent. And 2, that would have been a huge expense on my part.
How many years were you in the business before you made that decision?
6.
6 years in. Mm-hmm. So you're solo. 6 years.
Yep.
How many years have you been in the business now total?
10 in October.
10 Is that right?
Yeah, 10 in October.
We'll have to throw a party.
Yes. Yeah.
Celebrate 10-year anniversary. I love it. That's so good. All right, let's talk about something a little bit different here and change gears. We were talking about this a little bit before the show, but for those of you who don't know Bobbie, check out her social media. She's very good at it, and I learn a lot from her. I ask her a lot of questions, but let's talk about social media for a minute, Bobbie, because I feel like I open up Instagram every day, and I am seeing like a whole nother level of like mini movies being shot by realtors.
Oh yeah. You're like also movies, a media. You think you sell real estate, but you also are a media company. It is wild.
What does it take to be successful? I've talked to brand new agents starting out in the industry, and they've made comments to me that they know they got to get on their social platforms.
Yeah.
They got to start posting.
Yep.
And they really have to tackle that arena.
Well, I can tell you the more effective way of doing it is pick up your cell phone and call your sphere. That's the better way of doing it.
Okay.
And then social media is supplement to that.
Okay.
Social media is a way to stay in front of your database, your audience, but that doesn't beat an actual coffee date.
Right.
That doesn't beat you going and spending time with your people. It is great way to stay top of mind and relevant, but it is not the only form. I do see that people don't want to call their sphere. They don't want to text them. They don't want to have that personal relationship. social is just
you
supplement.
say the social for realtor.
Yeah.
I like what you said. Supplemental is a great word.
Yep.
It's supplemental to the relationship
that you already have.
Network.
Yes.
That you should be growing and cultivating within your sphere.
Right.
It keeps you top of mind and that sort of thing. Well, we got to take a break for just a second, Bobbie, because I've got to put the spotlight on Carrie Leonard and Old Castle Title Company. They are a new title company in the Wichita market. Closing, listen, when you're closing on a home, it should be simple. And it does take a good title company and good title company people to deliver that high-level service. That's where it goes beyond me and Bobbie. And now we got to rely on another organization to deliver good service. So closing should be simple. Old Castle makes it rock solid, smooth, and stress-free. They are a West Side location. They're a startup company. So I really get behind them because I love entrepreneurs. I love business owners that are serious.
And Carrie's great.
And he's great.
Yes.
We know him personally. So if you're getting ready to close a real estate transaction and you want to try a title company that's located on the west side of Wichita, give Old Castle Title a call. They'll do a fantastic job. Tell them Mortgage Punk sent you. Thank you, Carrie, and your crew for sponsoring the Mortgage Punk Show. All right, so social media is supplemental to your real estate business. It should not be looked at as the main driver. Yeah. So I should not, if I'm a realtor, I should not hire a content creator, a videographer, put them on my payroll and spend all day shooting me standing on my high heels on the island of a house.
I mean, that's not my model. No, I mean, for me, I do get a lot of leads now from Google. I do get people from social media that reach out and just have seen my platform and want to use me. But that's like
Google's like the phone book.
Right. But I'm like, social media is like, it is a fraction of the business. It is not the whole thing, at least not for me.
And you have a lot of followers. You've had a couple posts go super duper viral.
Yep.
You have thousands of followers.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Approaching like 10,000 followers or something like that.
Yep. 10,000 on Instagram, and I think right at 6,000 on Facebook.
So just because you have thousands of followers on social, what you're saying is that does not automatically translate into your phone ringing and saying, I'm ready to buy or sell a house.
No.
Okay.
No.
But calling your contractors that you know well,
that works. I promise.
Or someone else who's connected to people buying and selling real estate, that's the best.
Yeah.
I love it. Any like words of wisdom or golden nuggets you could share as in terms of just being successful and actually creating that supplemental social media platform successfully?
I think that every platform has a different role and a different purpose. I think that YouTube needs to be educational. Mm-hmm. It needs to also look professional. Facebook for us doesn't have to be as polished. We can really post anything on that platform and it seems to do pretty well. Instagram is the aesthetic. It needs to look good. It needs to look polished. It needs to look cohesive. But really the thing with all of those platforms is consistency. If I would look at growing one platform at a time, now you need to have a profile on everything.
Right.
But your main focus should be on one that you're really looking to grow. For us, over the last year, it was Instagram. Now we're reverting back to Facebook. We're growing our Facebook following. So I think it's focusing on one, and then eventually we will work on the YouTube. But right now, it's Instagram, Facebook for us, and then we will work on growing the YouTube.
Gotcha.
And then TikTok. I guess I'm too old for TikTok. I don't know.
You are.
I don't know. I don't get it. It's my videos like get 2 views. I'm like, okay, well, that was me and Kaylee.
It literally follows generations.
If
you're in Generation X, which is my generation or older, Facebook is where you start.
Right.
And then you go to the next generation.
Yep.
And it goes to Instagram.
Yep.
And then the next generation to TikTok, I think. And then anything below that is experimenting with platforms they don't even really know about yet.
Yeah.
So anyhow. All right, cool. I love it. I love the supplemental angle for social media. For me, that's a lot different. I'm a lender. You're a realtor. Mm-hmm. And obviously we're working on our game. I'm always asking you questions to try to up my game.
Yeah.
But your results and my results are definitely different.
Yeah.
Between a lender and a realtor. Okay. What is the hardest, or have you had a moment in your 10-year career, almost 10-year career, where it was like a dark night, like scary transaction, bad situation, just a dark moment?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, for me, it was
biggest challenge, I guess.
Biggest challenge for me was, gosh, it might have been 2 years ago. Yeah, it was over 2 years ago. In January, I had like 5 of my team members walk out. And that was a punch in the gut. Like, that one hurt. But what is crazy about coaching is now I'm surrounded with team leaders that run similar operations, and it has happened to so many of them.
How many years ago was this?
Probably, it was 2.5, because it was January, like 2 years ago.
Was it when you were running a group of realtors?
It was a big team. Yep.
Of realtors.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What did you learn? What did you experience? I guess, what did you feel?
So I think that moment for me was, I mean, that was super hard. I felt like I had failed my team. Like, I had done something horribly wrong. And really what I found is I was making decisions for my business based on other people and what would make other people happy or what I thought that they wanted. And now that's a conversation that I have with my husband and I have with my coach. That's who makes decisions in my business. So and it's not based on necessarily team members and other people's thoughts. It's what is best for my business. Because ultimately, it's my business, and I have to do what is best for my business at all times.
Do you feel like that's because? Do you think the coaching brings like a standard in the room?
It does. It does.
That this works.
Yes.
And I've got to
follow it.
This
because they have the blueprint.
Has the results.
Yes. And those coaches that we have, those coaches that we have, they've been there before us. So had I have had a coach 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I could have called them and cried with them and talked with them about what I was going through. And they could say, Bobbie, you're not the first person that this has happened to. Like, it's going to be okay. And here's how you pick up the pieces.
So failure is the biggest thing that you felt.
Yep.
Failure.
And that, I mean, yeah, that one stung, but I'm like, now I look at us 2.5 years later, and if that wouldn't have happened,
isn't that crazy?
My business would not be where it is today. My structure may not have changed.
Yeah.
I may not be at the brokerage that I'm at, which we're extremely happy. It's the perfect fit for us. So I think that no matter what, God has a plan and it all works out. Yeah. Like, in that moment, it was super hard. And I'm like, what is happening? But now I'm like, it all worked out. Now there's no hard feelings. I'm like, it is what it is. And now
have you retained any of those?
No, not as agents on my team. We've had some come back to the brokerage. We've had one that came back to the brokerage. But no, since then I switched my model. So I don't have independent agents on the team anymore.
I've been really liking the life delivering you lemons quote. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Like make lemonade.
Yes.
And so anyhow.
In the moment, I think it never feels like that.
It feels like lemons.
It does. Only.
It's like, where's the sugar here?
Right.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah. So, and it's just getting through that. And now having close vendor relationships, having close relationships with other agents that aren't even in Wichita that I can talk to, that is huge for my business, but also for the personal aspect. Because sometimes running a business at this magnitude can feel really lonely.
What do you feel like the changes you've made in your business and just your amazing story, your serious business owner story here, do you think that you were really just running most of your career without a plan?
Yes.
And now you have a plan.
Yes.
That's tried, tested, worked every which way. Don't you love, one of the things that I love about being in coaching, I was just talking to someone that works with me on social media content. And I was just telling them the other day, look, I am around the top lenders in America.
Right.
And if there's something about social media that works for lenders, they've done it. One of them has tried it.
Yep.
Because they have a lot more money and resources, some of them, than I do, by far.
Yeah.
And if there is some secret, they'll crack it. One of them will crack it, and then they'll let us in on it.
Yep.
Because we're in the coaching program.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that I love about coaching is it does really, it gives you a plan. I feel like most of my lending career, I've had zero plan. Just go get some loans and close some loans.
Yep.
No plan.
Yep.
Really? Well, how many loans? Well, as many as I can get. Oh, okay.
Right. Right.
Well, that's not a plan. That's an idea.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
So would you say that's
yes. Yep.
Those are the elements that coaching has brought into your life. So really coaching has changed your life and your business.
Oh, for sure.
The most.
Yep. Yeah.
How do you feel about that now? Like what do you think about coaching in general in life and business that you just...
I don't think of course, when I was an athlete, like I had a coach, but I've never had a business coach. I think you're exactly right. Like you don't know what you don't know. 5 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, you try to make the best decisions that you can with the information that you have.
Yeah.
But when you have coaching, like I'm not making decisions in my business before I pick up the phone and ask my coach. So it's that second set of ears that they are dialed into my business. They know where my holes are at. They know what we're focused on, and they can help me come up with an answer and the best option for the business rather than doing that alone.
And they are producers.
Yes.
And they're way bigger than you and me.
Right. So it works.
It's like hiring a fitness trainer that looks like what you want to look like.
Exactly.
You want to look like a model?
Right.
Well, don't hire a fitness trainer that eats Cheetos all day long and doesn't look the way you want.
Exactly.
Or, you know what I mean? Doesn't model the goals that you're after. So, okay, we got to do one more shout out, Bobbie, to Eric Hogan with Jericho Flooring. I know you and I met with him recently. He's a new business owner in the Derby market. He's got Jericho Flooring. So if you are looking to replace the flooring in your home or replace the flooring in a home that you're buying and you want experts to install it, you want quality floors, you want good prices, and you want to turn vinyl, hardwood, or carpet into life, give Eric Hogan a call at Jericho Flooring. Bobbie, I know as well as you do, putting a brand new floor in a house can make a house look like a totally different house.
It can.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like the whole home makeover almost. Just flooring.
Just flooring, yes.
So Eric's awesome. We know him. We love him personally. He's a quality guy. So if that's something that you're looking for in your home or in a home that you're buying, give them a call. Tell them Mortgage Punk sent you. And say, what up, Eric? Chris said, give me a good deal and hook me up, and my house is going to look like Chip and Joanna Gaines. So we got to wrap up the show, Bobbie. I love this. Serious business, serious coaching. What's maybe a gold nugget you would, after all that we've talked through on this episode, for those watching, what's something that you would want to leave an audience with that would inspire them, motivate them, change them? Hopefully that'd be the goal.
If you're a new agent, I think that it's really mastering your schedule. I know when I was a new agent, I felt so lost. Like, what do I do? Like, there's so many things to do. So master your schedule, master the tactics that bring in business. And then as a seasoned agent, it's just be consistent. For me, it was hire a coach. So for me, that's what it took.
Let me ask you, I'm going to put Bobbie on the spot here, everyone.
Oh, great.
Okay,
Thanks.
so Bobbie, you've gotten really good at dialing in on your schedule.
Yep.
You said that you have a time scheduled for everything, including a date night with Jonathan.
Yes.
By the way, Bobbie has a great husband, high school sweetheart. They're amazing. They have 3 beautiful boys. That's her family background. Just thought I would throw that out there since we didn't talk much about that. But You said you have everything accounted for on your schedule. So here's my accountability question to you that your coach would probably ask you. Do you follow your schedule?
I have to.
You do?
Oh, I have to.
So out of 100%, are you telling me?
Oh, not 100. Okay. No. I mean, I would say.
What percent are you hitting? So you schedule the day.
Probably.
How close do you hit it?
75 to 80%.
75.
Because like today I had a meeting that ran long. So I planned on shooting content at one of our listings. We didn't get to. I would have been late to my next appointment. So that appointment had to be pushed. So now that gets put later in the week. So there's always going to be things that come up, but now it's easy. I have one task that I didn't get to that now I can put till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to, it's not going to be perfect, but it gives you the roadmap of here's the items that I have to do. And if you don't do, like for me, if I don't do my calls, well, those have to happen by the end of the week. So those have to happen by Saturday or Sunday. So if I don't make the calls in the week,
right, you got to work on the weekend.
Then I'm working on the weekend and getting them done.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, I think that it's you got to do the best you can do, but it's not going to be perfect. And I don't let that stress me out. Like I can't let not getting listing photos today stress me out because the appointment I had was priority.
Yep.
But now it just gets put on later in the week.
So do you just try to improve a little bit at a time?
Oh yeah.
1% better.
Yeah.
Just get a little better.
Kay Watanabe, looking at his schedule, I'm like, he has it dialed into the minute. I'm not quite there yet, but eventually.
But he also closes a lot of real estate.
He does a lot of real estate. Yes.
Like a lot.
So like when I look at his schedule, I look at that and I'm like, okay, yeah, mine's like not that dialed in.
Do you think that that's the difference? Is that where we're missing it? Is we're just not these people that are way bigger, way better. They're just more dialed in.
Could be.
Than we are.
Could be. Yeah.
All right.
So let's dial in our schedules a little bit more.
Dial in our schedule. Bobbie, thank you so much for being on the Mortgage Punk Show. Thank you for all your support. We have a very unique relationship together.
Yep.
We're in coaching together. You're just one of my favorite human beings, favorite people. I lean on you for insight on running a business. You are the best,
Chris. Thank you.
Oh, I love you. Love you and your family. Love all your team members and all the people that hang around you. You just have a great business. You have a serious business, Bobbie.
Yes.
A great business. I'm super honored that you let me hang around and be a part of it. So I love it.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching the Mortgage Punk Show. This episode with Bobbie Lane from Real Broker. Serious business producer. Dial in on your schedule, hire a team, and start taking stuff off your plate. We'll change everything. Wouldn't you say?
Yep.
That's what Bobbie said. Not me. All right. Peace out. Later. Bye.